this not going in that hole? Okay. I'm like, what is really going on? Why? Hey y'all, I need my moderators to be on it tonight because I'm not with it at all tonight. I really, really need you. I mean, if they say one word, block them. Don't even let them get out the slightest thing. I need my moderators to be more moderating than they ever moderated before in their life. Because I'm not with it today. But I wanted to make this video while it's fresh on my mind. Um, just in case something happened, I want all my feelings to be out and people can see it. So I'm gonna get started. People come in later. They just, gonna be late. So, um, y'all know that I've been having problems with my knee for the past couple of days. So I decided to go um, to the emergency room to get it looked at because my doctor didn't have no appointments available. So I get there, it's like two other people there. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool. It's super quiet, ain't nobody there. So they can see me and, I could be able to get out in time for my husband to come back and pick me up before he have to go to work. So I get in there and it's not just my knee that was bothering me. It was like my knee, and y'all see this is in a sling. So my arm was bothering me too. So I didn't see I saw a physician's assistant. But let me go back though and start from when I was triaged. When I was triaged, my blood pressure was very high. I'm not even going to tell y'all the number, but it was bad. Okay? That was the first thing that started this ball to rolling. So they call me in the back. You know how they do. They triage you first. You sit down, and then they call you in the back. So at the emergency room that I go to, they have two sides. They have like a fast track emergency area, and then they have like the emergency area for people, that's sick or they take you on another side. So they took me to the fast track side. Already then, a red flag popped up. I get in there, I see a physician's um, assistant. And she came in, she was friendly. She was like, "Hi, how you doing?" And I was like, "Good." She asked me what was going on. And I told her that, I've been having pains in my legs for a couple of days. And, I've been doing everything at home, medicine every 4 hours, elevation, ice off and on, the whole 9 yards. And I told her I had been having the same, a very similar pain um, here. So she, I guess, had already looked at my chart and was like, "Oh, so you have arthritis?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have psoriatic arthritis." And so she said, "Okay, well, probably your knee pain is probably just the tendon. You probably wait. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all what she said. She said probably your knee pain is knee pain with possible torn meniscus. This. This is what they gave me when they discharged me. So this is what, they want you to read because they say this what you got. Now, mind you, she ain't took x-ray the first. She ain't checked range of motion. She ain't touched my knee or my ankle. Neither one of them did she touch. She touched my arm, flexed it back and forth and, did some things with my arm. And then was like, oh, okay, I'm going to have the technician come in and put a splint on your wrist because, I think that you have like let me get that right too, some form of tendonitis in your ribs. In which I agree because I have had that before in the right wrist. This ain't one of these. Oh, here we go, right here. I've had it before on the right wrist in dequervain some um tendonitis basically. So, I agree with her on that because, she did check the range of motion and, was moving me around and all that kind of stuff. And I agree with that. But the knee, she came back and said, "Oh yeah, I don't think you need any X-rays or anything. I'm gonna just send the prescription over to the pharmacy, and you could pick that up." And as she was saying that, she walking out the door. The nurse is gonna come in with your discharge papers. So she said, "Oh, did they do your blood pressure, your discharge blood pressure?" And I was like, "No." So she said, oh, "Okay, well, let me get the nurse to come in and set you up for that." So the nurse came in, a male nurse, young, came in and put the blood pressure cuff here and turned the machine on and walked out. So when he came back, there was no reading. Like the cuff expanded, but I guess it didn't read on my forearm. So he came back in and he was like, "Oh, it didn't read." I said, "No." And the physician's assistant came back in at the same time and said, "Oh, well, maybe you should use a large cuff and put it on her arm." So he was like, "You probably right." So he put the cuff up on the arm where it's supposed to be, turned it on. The first time it didn't even expand. They had both left the room. And they came back and looked at the machine. It was like, "Oh, it didn't do anything." I said, "No, it didn't even expand." So they did it again. And he left. He walked out the room and she came back, the physician's assistant, and it didn't read. It errored out or whatever. Instead of her taking the blood pressure again, she just took the cuff off and said, "You know what? It's high. Just talk to your doctor. Call your doctor and let him know that your blood pressure was high." And she walked out. So the nurse came back with my discharge papers. The discharge papers. He said, "Oh yeah, you can go pick up your medication. These are your discharge papers." And before he left, he said, "Yeah, you need to get your blood pressure taken care of because I don't want to see you back up in here with your kidneys messed up or you having a heart attack. I don't want to see that." So I took the paper. I said, "So did you not hear me say that me and my doctor are working on the medication to try to get my blood pressure down? You missed that part of the conversation?" He said, "Oh yeah, but it don't look like your doctor is doing anything. So maybe you need to find another doctor because uh, he was about to say something." And then he said, "No, well, just get your blood pressure taken care of. That's all I'm saying." So I said, "You know what? Let me get the hell up out of here." But the Holy Spirit talked to me and said, "Lashana, uh, go to the X-ray department because I think you have X-rays you have an order for x-rays on file. And I did. So they did my x-rays in there, in the x-ray department. So when I got home, I called the hospital and asked to speak to the manager for the emergency room. And I told him everything that had happened. And that man sat there. He was quiet as a church house mouse. Okay? He sat there and listened, and he was just like, it just sounded like he was just in shock. And honey, I read that hospital for filth. Do you hear me? But wait a minute, that's not all. After I told him everything that had happened, now he's supposed to be the supervisor, the manager for the emergency room department. After I told him everything that happened, about 20 minutes later, the physician's assistant called the house. She said, "Hi, Miss Brown. This is Lala Loopsy, the physician's assistant that you saw earlier today. I heard that you had a problem with what happened, the way you were treated. So after you left the emergency room, you went and got an X-ray done." I said, "Why are you calling?" "Oh, because the manager told me that you weren't happy about what happened. So I'm trying to figure out why you went and had." I said, "No, you not. You're not calling." I said, "No, girl. No, girl. No. You're not calling me to ask me that, are you?" And she was like, "Yeah, I am." I said, "Now, nah, you can't be. You can't be. After you didn't do a damn thing for me in the emergency room, you didn't do nothing. You had me there. You had an opportunity to do everything in your power, but you decided to do nothing. And then after you did nothing, and I called your supervisor and called you out on your nothingness, you have the audacity to call my house and ask me why I told your supervisor. Oh my effing God. I was livid. It took everything in my power of existence not to call her every M effing B I could think of. Girl, how dare you call my house after you done disrespected me in person? You gonna call my house and ask me why I told your supervisor and why I went and had an x-ray behind your back. Oh my God. These are, Jesus, this is not a free hospital. This ain't no clinic. We paying good money for this health care. I could not I couldn't believe the way the nurse talked to me, and I could not believe her. I could not. The nurse, I can believe it because he was an Indian male. And you know how those Indian or Middle Eastern men have a tendency to down talk women? So I really saw it in him. I really did. And then here come Becky. Becky was like, "I can't believe you went behind my back for one and told my supervisor, and for two, you went down there and had the x-rays after I told you you didn't need them." That's how they treat black people in hospitals. And y'all people out here talking about, "Oh, ain't no racism. Racism don't exist. We all getting treated the same." This is how black people get treated. And I told that manager, I said, "I bet you every amount of money I have in my bank, that man would not have said anything to me had my husband been sitting there. Oh, he would have been singing a totally different song. But that's okay because see, I was gonna be nice. I had, told the manager that I just want y'all to do better. But now I'm filing a formal complaint tomorrow morning. Becky called my house, y'all, and was like, "Did you tell my supervisor that I ain't treat you right? And you went and got x-rays behind my back? I know you did. I know you did not do that." Becky was through with me. Do you hear me? Becky was hot as fish grease. You called my supervisor? You wasn't happy? What? You better be glad I came in the room with you. No, I'm not going to touch your fat knee. No, I'm not touching you. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to touch your ankle. You got me totally messed up. Don't you know we don't touch patients? Girl, you thought I was going to touch your fat leg? No, that's not what I'm going to do. And Becky didn't do it. She sure didn't. She ain't touch my leg. She ain't touch my fat ankle. Becky was like, "I ain't touching you, girl. I'm not about to touch you, Bigums. No, I'm not touching you, Big Mama. I don't know where you been." But see, that's how we get treated. That is exactly how we get treated at hospitals and clinics and facilities. We get treated like dogs. We get treated like dogs. And it's 2019. Just like my mama said when she was a little girl, the veterinarian used to treat them because they couldn't be treated at the hospital. But now they let us come to the hospital and still dog us out. Oh, you can come to the hospital, but we're going to treat you like shit. You can come. But you're not going to get the service that I would give somebody else. I don't give a damn about your leg. Girl, I don't care. Your whole leg can fall off. I don't care nothing about you. You thought I cared about your leg? What you come here for? You thought somebody here was gonna care about your leg? We don't care about your leg, girl. Your leg can fall all the way off. Your leg can fall off, girl. That's how much I care about you and your leg. And how dare you go and tell somebody else? Because when I tell you that I'm not gonna do nothing for you, I ain't gonna do it. Take your butt home and take some more Tylenol. Who told you to go get an x-ray after I told you you didn't need one? She sure did. Called me, honey, and was like, "You went and got an x-ray after I told you you didn't need one? You called my supervisor?" We're going to come to your house tonight. I got your address. We're going to come to your house. Because, see, you one of them uppity Negroes. That's what you are. You one of them. You see? See? That's why we don't let them learn how to read. Because we get these kind that ain't going to go home and just shut their mouth. Now, she didn't call my supervisor and stuff. Oh, uppity Negro. Look at you. Oh, but honey, it's not over. No, I can't do it. It ain't over, sweetheart. We just getting started. So I'm gonna be calling back up there again tomorrow and tell them that Becky done called my house and caused me a bunch of undue stress. My blood pressure was already elevated, and Becky done elevated my blood pressure even more. To ask me why did I call her supervisor and why did I go behind her back and get an x-ray when it ain't have nothing to do with you, because when I left the emergency department, that ended our thing. So it shouldn't have mattered. Now I could see if she had called the house and said, "You know what, Miss Brown, I am so sorry that you felt like I did not give you the service that, because that's how the manager was when I was talking to him. He kept apologizing, 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 apologizing. Now, if Becky had been like that, I'd have been like, all right, well, maybe Becky was having a bad day and Becky ain't gonna do that no more. But honey, Becky called and was like, so you called my supervisor and you talked to my manager? What, you wasn't happy? You didn't like the way so what did you really think was gonna happen? Me and you ain't friends. You thought I was gonna you thought what, we was gonna have tea and crumpets and we was gonna hold hands and sing kumbaya? But wait, kumbaya, is that one of them black songs y'all be singing? You thought we was gonna do that? Girl, I don't know kumbaya. I don't really know any of the black songs, so I couldn't relate to you in that way. So if that's what you thought was gonna happen, then I'm sorry. And then you had the audacity to go get an X-ray after I told you you didn't need one. Because I asked her, I said, so how could you tell by just looking at my knee from across the room that I didn't need an x-ray? How do you tell that? Like, do you have x-ray eyes? Do you have some type of vision that maybe I don't have? Like, does a physician's assistant have some type of special powers that other doctors don't have? Because I ain't never had a doctor tell me, oh, well, you don't need, you coming in with pain, and I'm telling you, I done been in pain for 3 days, and I'm barely able to walk down the stairs. Oh, no, you don't need no x-ray. You look fine to me. And go give me a diagnosis. I heard that girl shit. You bad. Okay? You Michael Jackson bad. Honey, when I got finished wearing her out on that phone, she couldn't say nothing. I was like, are you finished? She was like, oh, I guess so. Click. Because I will be calling back tomorrow. But I ain't got nothing else to say to you, Becky. Bye, Becky. Bye. It probably ain't. It probably ain't the first time that Becky got called, but I bet you Becky ain't never got called out like that. But no, this Oakland. Oakland is a lot of us out here, and we will get you. Becky better be glad I didn't want to get her right there. But for one, I had to use the bathroom. Okay, and I was just upset. I really was. I was mad, and I already knew my blood pressure was high, and I didn't want it to go any higher. But honey, when Becky called that phone, when I when I answered that phone and she told me it was Becky, oh Lord have mercy. Oh, honey, I took my earrings off, put on my Vaseline, because I was about to go. Ooh, I was about to get Becky through that phone. Becky better be glad I'm not driving. See, the Lord know. The Lord know. You don't need no driver's license right now. Because see, I'd have got in my car and I'd have went back up there. Let me speak to Becky. Because Becky just called. Becky just called the house. Let me holler at her. See, Becky, but she didn't get funky on the phone. She didn't, she didn't get out of pocket or anything. I think she knew. Because if Becky had got out of pocket, I would have just went on and called me an Uber. Because it only would have cost me about $8 to get over there, and I don't have a problem with $8. Y'all hold on a minute. Let me turn this light on. I got on my shorts, and I don't want y'all in my business. So, yeah, that that was my day. I'm so, and I came to Kaiser Oakland because, the other Kaiser is, a distance away. Like, it's cheaper for me if I have to, catch Uber or whatever. It's cheaper for me to go to Kaiser Oakland than it is for me to, like, go to Kaiser or San Leandro, or and I think the next one going out in the opposite direction is like Kaiser Richmond or whatever. So it's cheaper for me to go. Okay, I'm gonna take that off. It's cheaper for me to go to that particular Kaiser. It's more convenient. When I say cheaper, yeah, cheaper. Like if I have to catch Lyft or whatever, it's cheaper and it's more convenient. Like I shouldn't have to. And plus, this is a brand new facility. I mean, state of the art, brand new facility. Who don't want to go to a brand new hospital? Okay. Why should I have to go to a hospital in a whole nother town because the doctors are jacked up at the one closest to my house and we paying for it? At least the doctors in the county hospital, because these it's a teaching hospital, these doctors, it seemed like they want to learn. You know what I mean? Like they're trying harder. So they're more helpful. They will run more tests, they do more. At Kaiser is not a teaching hospital, so these doctors are there in the emergency room. I guess they didn't been, a long shift. They don't give a damn, and it shows in the way that they treat their patients. It's ridiculous. What happened to me today should not happen to anybody. And the fact that the nurse did not, the physician's assistant did not do a exit blood pressure on me. Just go. It's high. Just leave. I know that's against the law. I know it is. I know that that's against the law. Like it didn't work. The thing wouldn't register, so she was just like, bye, just go. We already know. Like we already know it's high, so bye. We don't care what it is. It's high. We don't care what the number is. That's like you're taking your baby to the hospital and your baby has a fever. You want to know what is it? Oh, it's high. It's a high fever. Your baby's sick. Bye. That's how they did me. So, yeah, today hasn't been a good day. Today has, just really been a bad day. And you try not to think that this was done to me because I was black. You know what I mean? You try not to bring race into the situation, but like I told the manager, I'm like, I bet you if that had been her grandma, she would have ordered every x-ray, every test, and everything else. I bet you if you bring your grandmother to the hospital, they're going to give her every test, every accommodation, and everything else. I'm somebody's grandma. And he couldn't say nothing because he knew I was telling the truth. He knew I was. So then that just makes me feel like, yeah, we care about our own people. We don't care about you. No one cares about you, girl. Don't you know that by now? You 55 years old. You know people don't care about you. Why you come in here thinking these doctors care about you? They don't care about you, girl. This diet. Oh, and it's so gross. Why the hell do they make Diet Mountain Dew? Well, at the hospital, they can only sell diet drinks. They care about you so much at the hospital that they can only sell diet drinks, but they don't give a damn about their patients. Treat the patients like shit, but only sell diet drinks. So I'm a little disappointed. I really am. I'm really disappointed because you want to believe that when you go to the hospital, someone there cares about the way you feel and they want you to feel better because they have taken an oath. When they get them white coats, they take an oath to do no harm. Y'all harmed me. Then I leave there, my knee's still hurting. I'm still limping. I'm still having a hard time going down the stairs. So, the manager said he was going to try to get somebody to call me back today to see what was on the x-rays, but now I don't trust them. You know what I mean? I don't even trust them to give me the right x-ray reading. Because see, if it's something is wrong with my knee, then that's really going to put her in a bad position. And they don't want to do nothing to Becky. They not going to suspend Becky or do anything to Becky. So they gonna call me and be like, "Oh, ain't nothing wrong with your knee, girl. Your knee fine. Oh, we're sorry that happened to you." So what I'm probably gonna have to do is just end up going out to Walnut Creek or Danville or something to a Kaiser out there and get the test done again. Because I feel like at this point, they're going to cover up for each other. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Yeah, Becky was right. Becky was right. It's nothing wrong with you. And the whole time, something going on with my whole leg. Because something is going on with my knee. Because your knee just don't hurt like that for nothing. Your knee just ain't going to feel like it's falling off for no reason. When it wasn't feeling like it was falling off a couple of days ago. So Becky didn't piss me off. Not only did Becky piss me off, but the nurse pissed me off. So I'm through with Becky's. I'm through with y'all for now. Flower Child said full moon is messing with us the 13th. It is. It is. And that full moon seems like it's going to be one of those really angry moons for me. Yeah, I want to know how she gave me a whole diagnosis without an X-ray. She didn't even touch me. She gave me a whole diagnosis without testing my range of motion or anything. She did not touch my knee or ankle. And she ignored the ankle. She didn't even say nothing about my ankle. So tomorrow I'm gonna call member services and see what I have to do to you know, see what I can do. Because Becky, I don't know what you was doing, girl. I don't know if Becky really do have problems with black people. I don't know if Becky was having a bad day or what. I don't know if a black girl took Becky's man and Becky's still mad. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if Becky mad because we can twerk and she can't. I don't know. I don't know what Becky problem is, but I ain't cool. I don't like that. I really don't. Yeah, I know. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna call member services tomorrow, child. I sure am. Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. But I give myself an opportunity to feel all the feels. I'm not a suppressor of my feelings. I'm gonna feel it until I don't want to feel it no more. You know, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna talk about it, but that don't mean that I'm not gonna overcome it. That's where a lot of people mess up at, is they suppress their feelings. They don't allow those feelings a chance to come out. When you suppress is when you get sick. That's what makes you sick. Talking about it and feeling it is what helps you get over it. I'm not a suppressor. I never have been. I don't suppress my feelings. When I feel something, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna deal with it, and then I'm gonna move on. So me talking about it is not like, oh my God, I feel so weak. I don't know how I'm. No, no. Talking about it is, this is how I feel. This is how that situation made me feel. Talking about it helps me formulate a plan in my mind, because yeah, I'm mad at Becky right now. I am. I'm mad at Becky. Becky didn't piss me off today. For real, for real. I'm mad at Becky. I'm hot. It's like almost still 90 degrees here. This thing is hot. They saying keep this on for 24 hours. I want to take it off. It's hot. My hand is sweating. I'm just not in the best of moods today. But I tried to tell Gizmo and he didn't want to listen. He was like, I'm trying to go to sleep. And I don't know who Becky is. Who's Becky? Where'd you go? I knew you was gone, but I didn't know where you went. Now what? What happened? He's not a good listener. And I didn't want to upset my husband before he went to work, so I didn't tell him. Oh, I hope he don't see this video. I really do. I didn't tell him everything. I just, you know, put it kind. And then Becky called after he had left, so he wouldn't have heard that part of it anyway, because Becky called. The phone calls were after he had went to work. I don't like to, when my husband, when I know that he's driving and stuff, I don't, like to put no stress on him. I don't want him worried about me, because I'm at home. You know what I mean? And I can deal with this, and we can talk about this when he get home, because I don't want him driving and stressing out. I want, his focus to be on what he's doing, because my husband is on that bridge and the traffic is bad. It was a fatality this morning on the bridge. I don't ever want my husband to leave home stressed out going to work. I ain't that type of woman ever, because I know that he's going to support me. So that's what happened today. Um, but yeah, I'm going to definitely. Um, it's hot, y'all. It's like in the 80s. In my one, and I'm sitting right by the window, and the window is open. Um, I'm definitely going to get over it, but um, nah, Becky, I can't just let you treat me like a dog. Right, right. Unless it's got to be something really serious for me to call my husband at work. And I would never want to tell him, like, oh, Gizmo sick, I need you to come home. And he rushing to get home and get in an accident. And then something happened to him, and then Gizmo live. And then something happened to my husband. So, nah, no, I would tell him, babe, babe, I need you to come home or something like that. But I don't, it's got to be something very, very important for me to call him and tell him. But you know what, y'all? Okay, we gonna move on now. Um, Did y'all do what I told y'all to do? Did y'all go and look at that video? This one. What's the name of their channel? Said by Charlotte. This couple right here. I need y'all to go and watch their videos. Wait, we're buffering. I need y'all to go and watch their videos because this young man, I really like them. I really, I was watching them. They're a young couple. I started watching them. When I started watching them, I think they were already married. But I went back and watched some of their, like their proposal video and, all of this kind of stuff. I think they had just got married or whatever. But anyway, he was a professional football player for a little while. Um, he got cut from, I think one team he got traded, and then this last time I think he got cut from the team. And then I think his agent released him because he had went to Canada and tried out for the Canadian team, and he didn't make that team either. And when he got back here, I think his agent released him. Um, so now they have two small children. They have a 2 year old and a newborn. I think the newborn, the baby, 2 months, I think. So a 2 year old and a 2 month old. And they're doing, podcasts. And they're talking about very um, serious situations in marriage. Like how you deal with, like how you fight fair and those type of things. How you fight in a relationship and, I'm the type of person I love to see young people get married. I love to see people get married, period. Y'all know me and my husband, we got married older, in our 40s, um, late 40s. We have both been married before and divorced. Those marriages didn't work. So we kind of have an idea of what doesn't work. So we don't want to repeat what we know don't work. You know what I mean? So when I look at young people that are married, I applaud them for getting married in their 20s because a lot of people in their 20s, don't want to be married, don't believe in the institution of marriage. So I applaud them so much for wanting to be married. And then, they're Christians, and y'all know how I feel about that. So I'm not going to, say anything disparaging about the fact that they're Christian. But the young man holds a lot of anger and aggression from his childhood. Looks like he saw his parents fighting a lot growing up. His mother and father divorced. And these are, stories that they have told in the podcast. You know, when we marry people that are broken, young people that are broken, ladies, I'm talking to y'all. When we marry men that are broken, we can't put those pieces together. We can't. No matter how we try. It's going to be just like it was when I kept gluing those plastic fingernails on 2 weeks ago. Every time I would glue them on and think that it was pretty and I was, doing the absolute most and they was looking cute, as soon as I would do something complicated, one of them would pop off. And I'm just listening to this young man talk about how he deals with his wife when he gets upset with her. And I'm just saying, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Because, I don't like to speak things on people. I really don't. Like, I'm praying for this couple. But there's only so much abuse that a woman will take in a marriage. And they don't agree on things like, how she wants the baby, the 2-year old to, be in swim lessons. He don't think the little girl is old enough to be swimming, so he doesn't want to take her. And he's saying it don't make no sense, and if it don't make no sense to him, it shouldn't make no sense to her. Like, the way he talks to her is just so out of pocket. And I just feel for her. Her name is Charlotte. Charlotte, you in danger, girl. You in danger. Because he talks about how he used to punch walls, hit the wall, and slam doors, and throw chairs, and what? And you married him? Ain't no way in hell. My husband would have one time to punch a wall in my house. But my husband, we don't fight. We don't argue. There's no way in the world my husband would disrespect me in front of anybody. A friend, his mama, his daddy, nobody. You're not going to disrespect me. That arguing and stuff, that was something that me and my husband talked about extensively before we got married. How do you handle conflict? Because that's a red flag for me. I can't be with no man that can't handle conflict. I cannot be with a man that will raise his voice and scream at me. My husband hurt my feelings, I think, one time since we've been married. Once. And we have been together since 2011. And we got married in 2013. And I think he has only made me cry once. And it was real childish. That was kind of like my fault. But anyway, once he knew he had hurt my feelings and made me cry, it hurt him. And I could tell he was hurt. It wasn't that, what you crying for? Because if a man really loves you, he is not going to look at you while you're crying. You are his wife. There is no way in the world he is going to look at you and ask you, what is wrong with you? Why are you crying? If he does, you married the wrong person. And ladies, we got to stop allowing these men to just treat us any kind of way. Especially when you working and bringing home as much bacon as he is. I got to work, bring home the bacon, and cook it, and clean up the kitchen. Because you don't want to do nothing? And you going to yell at me and disrespect me in the process? I don't think so. Not in this lifetime. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. I see you next lifetime, sweetheart. Because maybe by then you'll be having a whole different change of mind. Charlotte, I need you to call me, sweetheart. Me and you need to have one of them grandma talks. Let grandma pull your coattail. I need you to call me. Because women, we don't have to let no man disrespect us. The time is out for that mess. Go home and disrespect your mammy. Because you sure ain't going to disrespect me. As a matter of fact, you probably do better disrespecting her than you would me. Because you ain't got to sleep with her. Ladies, teach your daughter. She don't have to be with no man that's not going to respect her. Because if that's your husband, you are the wife, you are you supposed to put me so high up on a pedestal and love me so hard. You took an oath in front of God, probably some black man, or in our case it was God and a white man because we had a white judge. So you didn't took an oath in front of your state, in front of God, in front of their witnesses, because you got to have so many witnesses at your wedding. So don't marry me and then turn around and lie. And if he do that, sweetheart, you don't have to stay with her. Because I can see the pain and hurt in Charlotte's eyes. Oh, because I know pain. I've been there. I know what pain looks like. I know what it looks like when a husband betrays your trust and hurts you. I know that because I've been there. I know what it looks like because I've experienced it. And so I can see it in you. And you don't have to stay with no man. You of course you want to because you got kids, your kids is small, you don't think you can do it by yourself, you don't want to do it by yourself. But I don't want to bring my kids up in a household where this man is yelling at me in front of my kids. No, because if you yelling at me, you eventually gonna turn that same anger on them kids. And a man will lie and be like, no, I ain't gonna never treat my kids like that. I ain't gonna never do my kids. You a lie because you don't know how to control your anger. You can't control your anger with an adult. How you gonna control your anger with a kid? Because a kid is gonna press every single solitary button you have. They're gonna mess with you when you tired, when you they do not care. The kids don't care that you don't feel well. Kids don't care. Your blood pressure high. The kids don't care. You throwing up. They don't care. They sitting right outside the bathroom door. You throwing up, waiting for you to get finished. And if you cannot respect me as your wife, there's no way in the world you can respect them kids. And see, it's another couple on YouTube. I told that young lady, the Cassels, Life of the Cassels. I told her a couple of years ago. She blocked me. She blocked me. I told her. I said, sweetheart, this, y'all need to get it together because y'all going down a bad road. They're getting a divorce right now. Right now. They are separated and filing for a divorce. Right now. You think I don't know? I've been there. I've been there, honey. I got the battle scars to prove it. Moth Mama, the sad thing is the people they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear your wisdom. Because I didn't want to hear it from my mama. My mama told me, don't marry that boy. That boy ain't no good, I can tell. He gonna cause you a whole bunch of problems. I was like, you don't know what you talking about. I didn't tell her that. But in my mind, shit. Lucille was right about almost everything she said came to pass. But I wouldn't listen. I would not listen. And most people don't. When you in love, you don't want to hear it. But I can look in Charlotte's face. I wish you guys would go and watch that video. You can look in her face and tell. I'm gonna give this boy a little bit more time, and I'm gonna leave him because you're not gonna keep disrespecting me. And see, what's gonna happen is Charlotte's family is gonna see these videos, and if Charlotte got a mama like me, cause see, after I seen the first video, I would have been calling and been like, "What's going on over there? Do I need to come over there?" I just want y'all to go and look at that video and tell me if I'm wrong. Because y'all will. Y'all be like, oh, almost soon you doing too much. Tell me. I could be doing too much. But I don't believe it. I don't believe it in not I don't. And I don't want nothing but the best for people. Don't get it twisted. I may say my little slick stuff about Jay Wilson, but everything I say about him, he deserves it. But when it comes to marriage and it comes to women being disrespected and treated badly, I'm always going to be on the side of the woman. Unless she is the abuser, you know what I mean? Then that's different. And girl, I'm be like, girl, pump your brakes. But she is not the abuser. She is not the aggressor in this situation. Anytime a man says stuff like, oh, I used to punch walls, I used to throw stuff, that's a true red flag for me. Because you don't stop doing that unless you are in some serious therapy. You don't stop that. You do not stop. Charlotte is the couple that I'm talking about. Go watch their video. It's a long video. The video is like 50 minutes, I think. But watch the video. The young lady's name is Charlotte. And the guy, his name is Cedric. They have a couple of podcasts. Watch the podcasts because the podcasts are the ones where they're talking about their relationship. Like I ain't making this up. They put it out here. So if you put it out there, then you want people to see it. And once you put stuff out there, people are gonna talk about it. You see me and my husband. My husband don't like social media. So he don't come that often. You know what I mean? He may come through, slide through my videos or whatever, but he ain't the social media type. He's not into putting our business on social media and stuff like that. Because when you put your business out on social media, you're gonna get scrutinized. People gonna talk about you. And in this situation, people should be talking about. Like I don't understand why more people are not talking about it. Because this dude is abusive. He is flat out abusive. But he don't see it. And most men don't. When men are abusive, they don't see it. They don't understand that they're abusive. Because that's what he grew up around. He grew up around abuse. His parents were fighting. So to him, that kind of stuff is normal. See, my husband's parents didn't fight. They was church folks. I mean, of course, they, had probably had words or whatever, but like fist fighting, no. And I'm not saying he fist fighting her, but he is aggressive. He is aggressive. And he uses a lot of excuses. Well, I play football and I used to do this. Nah, bruh. And when he talks to her, he calls her stuff like blood and bruh on the podcast. I don't know. I don't understand it. I know one thing. He he be doing too much. Yes, that too, Phyllis. That's it right there. You get an empath like me, and then you start, seeing like God, they you know what? I'm a, um I'm gonna play a little bit of the video because I don't care if it gets demonetized. It just does. Who cares? Other people be playing stuff, doing reactions and stuff. So this is a reaction. I want to go to um I want to I want to go to one of the parts that I listened to and was like, okay, something's wrong with him. I want y'all to hear it. I won't show the video, but I'll just play the audio. Hold on. Y'all drunk? Man, y'all falling in can. Y'all must be drunk. Listen to what I'm saying. You're not listening to me. Okay, listen to how he talks to her. It's an issue, vice versa. If you feel a certain way, and I don't see it, I'm just like not trying to understand what you're saying, and so I'm just more worried about like, oh, I don't think it's true. Well, maybe you don't think it's true, but I'm telling you that's how it feels. So you're attacking me right now. I don't really appreciate it right now. So look, Cedric, no, seriously. Please. So look,
okay, let's get back.
No, we are. So, okay, so let me say it. I think we are on track. So what I'm saying is that through the course of time in our relationship, I would try to give my opinions and talk about how I feel, whatever. And your strong opinions, if I didn't agree with it or if I didn't whatever, it spiraled down into like this huge like arguing, or this some way you persuaded me to like do it how you wanted to do it.
I think that's unfair.
No, it's unfair in a sense because I see in this video he's talking about the fact that she is a strong woman and he wants to be the head of the household. And he's having a problem with her being strong. It's like he don't even want the girl to have her own opinion. That's that's a whole bunch of red flags for me. I need y'all to just go. A word in allergy wisdom. Take Xysol at night. It works while you sleep, so you can wake up to a productive day. I need y'all to go and watch that. Yes, he is very narcissistic. But I need y'all to go and watch the video that I have on the community tab. That's the one that really got to me because the wife was telling him that she, wanted the baby to take swimming lessons and he don't want the child to do it because he don't think she's old enough. Okay. But there are other little babies there taking swimming lessons. She's old enough. That's when you're supposed to give kids swimming lessons before they have an opportunity to develop a fear of the water. They're putting kids in swimming lessons earlier and earlier. Because if they don't learn anything else, they learn how to float so that they won't drown. They may not know how to swim, but they will know how to roll over on their back and float. At least the floating will keep them from drowning, even if they aren't completely swimming. And he don't understand that because he don't want to do it. And he keeps telling her, that don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense. What? Oh, Lord. Couldn't be me, Jesus. But that's the number one problem that people have in a relationship if is the kids. If you can't find a common ground when it comes to the kids, because then you go into disciplining the children, and I could see him probably wanting to hit the kids because that's probably how he grew up, being hit in the household. Parents that were hit their kids, okay? Because that's what we knew. I got whooped, my kids got whipped. But a lot of these millennials don't want to whip their kids, and I can see her saying, "No, you're not gonna whoop my kids." And he probably like, "Yeah, I'm gonna whoop. I'm gonna." They get out of pocket. I'm gonna whoop them. That right there, especially for a woman, if you tell a man, "I don't want you putting your hands on our daughter," that could be a problem. That in itself can be a huge problem. Because if you can't stop yourself from screaming, that's what I want to know. Because all that's going to come up. Your kids going to try you. Because they don't know that, that's part of their nature. Kids try us. Yeah, it's back. It's going to be doing that, Phyllis. I don't know what that is. Kids are going to try us. That's part of being a child. So if you can't keep from screaming and hollering at me, how you gonna not scream and holler or hit our child? Because if I told you not to hit our baby and you hit our baby, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, they gonna try you, girl. They was born to try you. It's in their nature. They start trying you around 2 years old. They start trying you every chance they get. And then when they get about 3, 4 years old, they kind of slow down. And then when they get 11, 12, 13, that try me demon rise up again. Sure do. Especially with boys. Boys gonna try you. Girls gonna try you too, but girls are just mouthy. Boys gonna try you physically. Boys are gonna put you in a position where you always got to constantly be reminding them, "I will wear you out. I will." I had to keep reminding my kids, "I'm from West Oakland. I will hurt you." I had to keep reminding mine because my kids, it was like they went to bed one night and woke up the next morning and they was taller than me. So I had to just tell them, "I will pick up something. I don't care. I will treat you like you not my child if you try me. You gonna swear to God I didn't birth you." I will treat you like a stranger if you ever get up enough nerve to hit me. I will treat you just like I don't know you. Sure did. I kept telling my kids that. I meant that too. They never hit me. They probably have wanted to. They probably don't want to, but they never did it. But I'm telling Charlotte now, the last thing you want to do is allow that man to disrespect you, and then one day he gets so angry that he hits one of your kids. Because I'm telling you, nothing will send a mother into a rage like you hurting her child. Because at that point, You are no longer my husband. You are my enemy when you hurt my baby. We enemies now. That moth mama, girl, you gotta keep that fear. You gotta be telling them from day one. I play with everybody in this world, but I ain't gonna play with you. If you ever get grown enough, because I had told my kids, if you ever get grown enough to hit me, you better hit me and be packing your clothes at the same time. Because you will never lay your head on that pillow again. Because you can't hit me and stay here. You can't do it. My son bucked up at his daddy. That ended real bad. Ooh, it was ugly. Ooh, I can still see it. You won't sleep here. You won't lay your head on my pillow. Not on my bed that I didn't scuffled and paid on because the thing was so expensive. I didn't have enough money. I had to put the bed on layaway. You won't lay your head on that. Not on that mattress. You won't. Not on them pillows that I done bought from the Mexican that be selling pillows two for $10. No, you won't. You will not. I don't know where you gonna lay your head at, but you ain't gonna lay it there. Not where I pay rent. If you ever hit me, and I had told my kids that if you hit me, I'm gonna go straight to the ancestors. And see, not only did you hit me, I'm gonna go right to the ancestors and let them know. I sure did. And my son used to be like, "Oh, so you'll cast us? I surely will. I sure will. I will wear you out if you ever put your hands on me. Because at that point, you a stranger. You're not my child no more. You're a stranger. I don't know you." That's one thing. I didn't, me and my husband talked about that before we got married. I don't do violence. And I will not live, where I have to walk on eggshells. You can't communicate with me. I can't communicate with you. We not talking to each other. We had that thing. We don't go to bed mad at each other, all that huffing and puffing and silent treatment. I ain't talking to you. I ain't cooking him no breakfast. I ain't talking. I'm too old for that. I'm not doing that. I can't live like that. If we have a problem, we have to be able to sit down and communicate effectively as adults. I don't like the way you talk to me. If he does something that I don't like, I tell him. I don't wait until he done did 50 things and then come at him with a barrage of words telling him 500 things that he done did wrong. No, I'm going to tell you one at a time. Okay? Put the toilet seat down. Okay? When you trim your beard, I need you to get all them little hairs off the sink. Because I hate them little hairs. Get them all. Don't leave none. Because if you leave them, I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to send them to. I'm petty. If you leave them hairs on the sink, after I told you that I don't like them hairs, I'm going to take a picture of them. I'm going to clean it up. But before I do, I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to send it to you. Okay? So we're both petty. Okay? We are both petty as hell. Because if I do something, which is very rare, Like if I do what I've told him not to do, like, cover the sink in the put the little stopper thing in the sink in the kitchen. If I forget to do it, he's like, "Oh my god, the Gizmo, come here, Gizmo, come here. Let me take a picture of this. I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to you, Gizmo. The little stopper thing is not a sink. Gizmo, I'm gonna send you this picture." Petty as hell, and he will talk about it all day. He got to be petty. So we petty like that. We never get mad at each other over little stupid stuff. Like I have a habit, and it's a bad habit, of leaving my Crocs in the middle of the floor. When I come in the house from, taking Gizmo out or whatever, I will just kick my Crocs off. Just wherever. And he will talk to the Crocs or something and be like, "Blood, what y'all doing in the middle of the flow?" Just petty. But not like, "You so stupid. Why you keep leaving these shoes here? I wish you would stop doing that. We got a shoe cubby. Why you can't put them shoes in the shoe?" Nah. No. You can't do that with me. Mm-mm. I like petty. And we both petty. So, we good for each other. Girl, he don't do it often though. And I know, sometimes he be rushing or whatever. But I hate it. I hate that. I hate seeing, little hairs. And my husband, he lines up his beard and, trims his, sides often, because he does it himself, and he has the little clipper thing, and he, goes in and does his, because he's a supervisor, so he wants to, be neat all the time. So, he lines his beard and all that stuff up like every other day, it seems like. I'm like, damn, you got to shave every. So, so his hair. But I'm like, that's part of, being a man. But when you have been single, for so long, even though there were men in the house, my boys weren't shaving. Because my son is 30. My oldest son will be 32 in October. He still can't grow a full beard. He patchy, he, scraggly looking. He got a little goatee, but he ain't really got no beard. And my youngest son, his is just, trying to fill in, and he's 30. So, it never wasn't nobody shaving in the house. So then when you get somebody that's shaving every other day or, whatever, then of course there's going to be more hair. Your wife clean the hair up and, going on about your business, because it don't make no sense to be arguing and fighting and tripping over some damn hair. It really don't. It's too many other things in this world to be tripping off of other than some mustache and beard hair. Okay? Because if that's the biggest thing that I have to argue about in a marriage is a little bit of hair left on the sink, then shit, I'm doing super good. Oh, he had that red hair. Yeah, girl, it wasn't no hair. Did y'all see that YouTube is probably gonna be doing away with the family channels, the channels where people have kids and use little kids in the videos. YouTube is get you ain't gonna be using these little kids, putting these kids in pranks and all that kind of stuff. the FCC or FDA or FLA or CIA or FBI, one of them Secret Service agencies them said that you can't be using kids like that. If it ain't kid friendly, if you ain't making slime or glitter glue or petting ponies and puppies and stuff, them channels gonna get demonetized as of January. YouTube is moving to especially when it comes to kids, your channel got to be really family friendly, or you gonna be without money, demonetized. No, Phyllis. Oh no, Phyllis. When was that? Was that recently? Was your granddaughter stillborn recently? Oh no, but that's still sad, sweetie. That's still sad. Like I always feel bad for people that oh, it was in 2016. So it's still bad because I always believe that's why my mom had so many problems because um my little sister wasn't stillborn, but she died of SIDS. She was only like a couple months old and she passed away of SIDS. And my mom woke up and she was already gone. And I just really believe that that was the reason why my mother couldn't stop drinking. Why she just couldn't get herself together because she had lost my dad. My dad had got killed while she was pregnant. And she had the baby. The baby was beautiful and everybody said the baby looked like him and everything. And then a couple months later, that baby passed away. And after that, my mom just basically lost her mind. Literally. She just, she just couldn't, she couldn't function after that. Some people cannot deal with the death of a child. A small child is just too hard for them to deal with, for them to process. Even after having other kids, because my mother went on to have three very healthy children um, after the death of my sister, she just couldn't. She just couldn't get herself together. And some people can't. So I always feel for women that, um, have lost a child. It's hard. It is truly hard. Like I don't know how I ended up on this young lady's video on YouTube. Um, which did she carry? I think she carried the baby full term and had went to her doctor's appointment, and they told her that they didn't hear the baby's heartbeat, and she was like, "What?" And having to her talking about having to deliver that baby and knowing that the baby wasn't alive was just so hard for her. And I mean I can't even imagine. I really can't because I mean I've been pregnant twice and um both of my pregnancies ended in healthy children. So I can't even imagine having to deliver a baby that is not alive. I feel, I really do, I feel for women. I look at YouTube, I watch a lot, I've told you guys I watch a lot of videos. a lot. And there is a running theme with a lot of the people that I watch that stay in drama, that keep up the drama that is going on in YouTube. They are hurt. And they are hurt because of things that have happened to them in their past. And a lot of them have spoke it. They have said what happened to them. And I'm like, that's why you act the way you act. Because if we don't deal with our past, if we don't deal with things that have come up and have happened to us in our past, we are broken. Those things break us. Things that happened to us in our childhood, if we were molested, if you were molested, if you were neglected, if you were abused, if you were beat, if you grew up in a foster home, if you were adopted, you are broken if you did not deal with those things. I can't tell you how many times I've been in therapy. But I went to therapy because I didn't want to be broken. I wanted to have, good relationships with people. I didn't want to go into relationships carrying all of this baggage of hurt and shame and abandonment and all of these other things that we carry around with us that mess up our relationships with other people. I didn't want that. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. But I know what my triggers are. I know, what type of things trigger me. I know what I do and don't want in a relationship. I know what I will and will not accept in a relationship. I know what will make me angry and how far I will go when I get angry. I know these things about myself. Because I didn't sat down on a many of Becky's couches and told Becky my whole story. Girl, I need you to help me work through this because I want a husband one day. And I don't want to be cussing him out and running away from home and stuff every time he make me mad. Becky, you got the degree. I got the information. Come on, let's work this out. Let me sit on this couch. I don't have a problem telling nobody. I didn't sat on a many Becky's couches. But I know how to talk to my husband without cussing him out, even when I'm angry. Oh yeah, honey, y'all know that's one thing about me. I believes in therapy. Oh, what was that? Look like one of them things came in the house. You know, okay, so my husband ordered one of them little one of those zap it uh bug things. I don't think the second one that he got, because I think that thing came from China, and I don't think it's working because they still be coming in here, and y'all know I get freaked out. I'm proud of us too. It's not easy. And one thing is there is such a stigma in the black community about therapy. A lot of black people don't want to admit, shh, don't tell nobody you went to therapy. Don't go to therapy. You can't be out there telling these white people your problems. They don't want to tell white people the problems. They don't want to go to white people and tell them what's going on. I don't care. Becky, help me, girl. Shit, I got problems. I need somebody to help me. I don't care. I don't care who helped me. I really don't. Long as I get helped. I'm gonna go to therapy. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go to therapy. We're going to work through our issues. I had my kids in therapy too. Sure did. Me and my first husband got a divorce. I put them kids in therapy. I do too. I wish there were more black therapists. But the last therapy I had was really good because the last therapist I had was really good because she believed in non-traditional healing. Like, she was getting into the Orishas and stuff. And so, she used like sand therapy and art therapy and just like doll therapy, all kind of stuff. So her therapy sessions would be fun. Yeah, I mean, we all still healing, but I don't think we none of us are perfect. We're all, you know, always in a healing process because we're always getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like what happened to me today hurt me. You know, more than just physically, like it hurt me emotionally. So we're always in a place of being hurt. So we're always in, a place of healing. So of course I have to, make sure you finish. I have to make sure that, I talk to my husband when he comes home and, release these feelings and stuff, even though I do have to deal with Becky again tomorrow. Um, Release these feelings and move forward. We're always being hurt. Always. So we're always healing. But see, that's the thing though. We have to be willing to heal. You know what I mean? We have to be. He don't like me. Ain't nobody gonna like me. Ain't nobody ever gonna love me. The whole world is messed up. Ain't no good men. All the good men taken. Ain't nobody in this world ever gonna treat me the way I want to be treated. If you live in that space, that's what you gonna get. If you live in that, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're going to attract to you. All that negativity is what you're going to get. You're going to get a man that's going to dog you because that's what you asked the universe for. That's what you keep talking about, so that's what the universe sends you. Oh, that must be what she wants. So let me send her this dog dude, this doggish dude, because that's all she talking about. You got to put it out in the universe what you want, not what you don't want. What you want. I want somebody that's going to talk to me. I want somebody that's going to love me. I want somebody that's going to respect me. I want somebody that is able to talk to me even when he's upset. I want somebody that's smarter than me. Somebody that can challenge me mentally. I want somebody that loves to read. Somebody that has read more books than I have. I want somebody to add to me. Fill my cup up, Lord. Let it overflow. That's what I want. I want love beyond measure. I want somebody that's going to love me like I ain't never been loved before. Touch me deep down in my holy parts. That's what I want. And I believe that the man is out there. There are men out there that are loving and caring and kind and supportive. Send me one. I know he out there every night. I said, Lord, okay, okay, I'm ready. I'm open. I'm waiting. I'm still here. You know my address. Fill my cup up, Lord. Fill it up. Let it overflow. That was my prayer. Some of y'all ain't praying right. You ain't getting nothing because you ain't praying right. You praying the devil's prayer. And he hear you. And he gonna send you exactly what you praying for. Did she say dog ass nigga? Oh, I got one just for her. And that's what he gonna send you. He gonna send him to you. He sure will. Cause he listening. Fill my cup. Let it overflow with love. Let it overflow. You gotta look at the, when you want love, you got to look at the world in rose-colored glasses. You can't go around the world looking at the world in these old dark, dingy glasses. Clean your glasses, girl, so you can see the good in people. You walking around, you see everybody dark and ugly and dirty and he look like he stank. That's what you gonna get. That's exactly what you gonna get. You think I'm lying? Try it. Prove me wrong. That's what I want you to do. I want you to prove me wrong. Let it overflow. That's what I want. Blessings on top of blessings. Bless me so much, God, I can't even carry it. Let your blessings just rain down on me, so many that my little arms can't hold them. And I ain't gonna stop till you bless me. I'm gonna keep on asking. If I have to ask you every night, I sure will. I'm not gonna stop till you bless me. Every night. Hey, it's me. Be like, I know it's you, girl. You was here last night. Sure was, and I'm back again tonight. I kept on, honey, I kept on praying and asking God, and he was like, you know what? Let me send this man to her. Go on over there and marry that girl. Because I'm tired of her. Marry that girl. Y'all go on and get together. Y'all know y'all want to be together. Go on over there and marry that girl. So she can stop calling me. Because she going to call me every night. I sure was. I was going to call you every night. I'm not going to stop till you bless me. I believed it would happen. I really did. I'm not going to let go till you bless me. You going to bless me. I'm your child. You going to bless me. And I was just crazy enough to believe it. That's how you gotta I listened to this minister preach this sermon about, it was something about a radical blessing. And he was like, you just got to be crazy enough to believe that God is gonna bless you. Just be radical enough to just keep knocking on the door until he bless you. Don't let go till he bless you. When I was a young girl, when I was a teenager, a friend of mine was in love with the organist of our church. She, like, everybody knew that she liked this dude, right? Everybody knew. He knew. And at first, because we all went to the same church, I don't think he, wanted to get involved with her like that. But she just kept pushing. She let everybody know. Like, she had literally put her claws in him. Everybody knew she wanted him. Okay? I think they've been married 40 some years. And me and my husband still laugh and be like, she wasn't going to let him go. She was determined. She was determined to get him. And they've been married for a heck of long. They got kids and grandkids, and I look at them today and still smile because she did not let go. She had that, I ain't gonna let go till you bless me. You gonna bless me. If you don't bless nobody else, you gonna bless me. You gonna bless me, honey. She believed that. Believe that. They still together. Still together. And I look at them and, I can't do nothing but smile. Because I remember when they got together. You gonna be my husband. That's what you gonna do. You are definitely gonna be my husband. But if you want a man, you just gotta get out there, be positive. Tell the Lord, or whoever you pray to, what you want. Be sincere. Be concise, and believe it can happen, and it will. It may not happen tomorrow, but eventually it'll happen. Because I believe that God wants all of us to be happy. You know what I mean? I really do. And maybe your happiness is not being in a marriage. And if your happiness is not being in a marriage, that's fine. But people that want to be in a marriage, I believe that God, wants us to be happy. That's why I just, believe that's why He created, man and woman. Not saying that only men and women can be happy, but He created man and woman so that we wouldn't be lonely. We would link up with somebody and be happy. We could help each other. You know, it's best to be with somebody you could talk to. Bounce ideas off of, all of that. Work together, build together. A man and a woman have kids together. I mean, I know that same sex, relationships can have kids that can adopt children or, whatever. But I'm talking about a man and a woman, the way it was designed physically. Okay? The physical design of having children is by a man and a woman. Now, I'm not saying that two men, can't raise kids or whatever, but I'm talking about actually making the baby. That's a man and woman. Yeah, that's my big head baby. I love that big head boy. We are goofy together. Like I told him, people really need to see how crazy we are to, together. If y'all can hear some of the conversations that we be having at night, y'all would be like, I don't see how y'all sleep. Because that night when he get home from work, we be talking about some of the craziest stuff. Just crazy. And like I started to get into football this year because I know he's a Raider fan. He a diehard Raider fan. So, I'm like getting a little bit more into football this year. Like I actually watched the whole game and we was talking about it and stuff. He was like, "Oh, look at my baby. She out here watching the game and stuff." And he wasn't even here. He wasn't even here and I watched the game. My knee is horrible. It's bad, girl. It's bad. It is bad. Okay. It ain't no better. You gotta watch the beginning of this video. It's no better. I'm still putting ice. I'm still putting ice packs on it. So hopefully tomorrow, they will call me with the x-ray results. But you got to watch the first part of this video to um, really understand what happened, because it wasn't cute. And I'm probably going to make another video. I'm probably going to put this video up, but what I'm probably going to do is make a stand-alone video about this incident. So after we find out what happened tomorrow, like after I get the results back and then talk to the administrators tomorrow, I'm probably going to do a standalone video, tell the whole story again, probably, to, add the rest of the pieces onto it. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Yeah, just watch the first part of this video. I'm about to get off of here. I'm thirsty, and I'm gonna eat probably the rest of my salad. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8 o'clock. I don't care. I'm gonna eat the rest of my salad and put that ice pack back on my knee and elevate it, because it's not swollen. It just don't. It's still really painful. So I'm going to um, I'll go see what the rest of the cuckoos are doing on YouTube. Check out some of the other videos, because y'all know it gets crazy at night. The cuckoos come out at night. And this thing is hurting. I might have to take this off. I don't like the way this feels. She said to keep it on for 24 hours, but it's hurting. So I'm really thinking about taking it off. It actually feels worse, um, splinted, than it did before they put this on here. Because this is a hard, under this ace bandage is a hard, kind of like cast thing, but it's not casted onto my finger like I can get it off. And she said if it becomes uncomfortable, because they just put those little things on there, that I can take it off. So I'm really thinking about taking it off, because I don't like the way it feels. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Take this off and let my hand rest. Probably put an ice pack on it and an ice pack on my knee and just rest until tomorrow. Because I'm going to get up in the morning and call this hospital. Y'all drunk? You know I can't stand it when y'all fall, right? That like irritates my whole soul. So I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow for the full moon thing, because you guys know that I don't like to do any full moon workings when I'm angry. I really don't like to, you know, I don't really like to harness that type of angry energy. Like, I like to have all my faculties about me in the right way. And I don't know if I'm going to be then processed this whole situation in the right way tomorrow or not. Like, I might still be hecka mad at Becky and, just like can't do what I really want to do. So, I don't know. If I come on tomorrow, you know, during the full moon ritual or something, then I'm cool. If I don't, then you'll be like, she must still be mad at Becky. And we gonna leave her alone. So yeah, that's that. I'm hoping that when my husband gets home, I can tell him everything that happened, and he always has a way of making me feel better, about the situation and stuff. So When he gets home, I'll tell him everything, and we'll try to make it better. So I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me for almost 2 hours talk about my issues and stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I might do a plant video tonight. I don't know. I probably won't. I don't feel like doing no more videos. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. But I'll let you guys know, what happened and stuff. Hopefully, they contact me early in the day so we can, see what we're gonna do about this knee. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.